Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now, the Brexit Secretary, David Davis, has told the Lords it is their patriotic duty to pass the bill giving Theresa May the go-ahead to formally trigger Brexit. But the government has played down an earlier threat to abolish the chamber if it holds up the legislation. Today, the Latvian Foreign Minister has told Channel 4 News that he expects a very difficult debate over whether Britain's divorce from the EU has to be settled before any discussions over a new trading relationship can even begin. And he warned both sides not to get drawn into shows of force for political reasons. Our political editor, Gary Gibbon, reports.
Theresa May hopes that Italy's Prime Minister could be one of the friendlier figures round the table in the Brexit negotiations. In the fluid state of Europe's politics, he might not be there that long. But today, he warned off those looking to punish Britain in the negotiations.
In modo amichevole e costruttivo.
We need to show a constructive and friendly approach. There is absolutely no point at having a destructive negotiation between the EU and the UK.
As the bill triggering Brexit was being voted through by the Commons last night, SNP MPs started a chorus of Europe's anthem, Beethoven's Ode to Joy.
Order! I don't want to sing off within the chamber. It's very good of you, much appreciated, but if you can just leave it for a little while. It's been very tense week already. I just don't need any extra. Thank you.
A government source celebrated with a text to journalists warning the House of Lords that if it tries to amend the bill that MPs didn't amend, it could face abolition.
Off with our heads. Well, there are many reasons to want to abolish the Lords, but expressing our views honestly should not be one of them.
You're not going to be cowed?
No, not at all. What are we there for if not to express our opinion?
Britain's now edged closer to next month's formal notification, and while some insist there's unity amongst the 27 other EU members, chinks of disagreements are emerging.
We've had some statements from Poland saying that actually they don't want there to be punishment of the UK. The Baltics are reasonably keen on keeping the UK as closely within the EU's orbit as possible for security reasons. Ireland, I think, will push for a soft Brexit because of the economic issues and the issues with the border with Northern Ireland. And so will the Dutch and the Nordics. The big question is about how Germany decides to play this, I think.
The French being at the most punitive end of the market.
The French are certainly at the most disciplined end of the market, I think.
Latvia's foreign minister has been tweeting home images of his 2 days of talks in London. He senses both sides digging in over whether the Brexit bill needs to be settled before a new trade agreement can be worked on.
I think that one issue that I certainly see as a very tough start for negotiations is the way how we want to approach the process. We see that UK wants to have the complex negotiations on divorce and then new type of relationship. I know that we will be having quite a debate in EU that probably the idea will be let's divorce first and then let's build after that kind of divorce is complete
Settle
and the
the alimony.
Relationship. I think that we will spend a lot of time discussing, and maybe it will be very difficult the way how we organize the process.
It's even harder to imagine us meeting the deadline. There's a 2-year ticking clock.
Exactly.
Makes it even harder to meet the deadline.
And I think that one thing what I think we all, those who are making decisions in EU as well as in the United Kingdom, should understand that those 2 years, that's a very short time period. And if there will be too much politics involved, too much kind of, show of force involved, then at the end of the day, those who will be losing will be our own people.
That sounds like a warning to Britain and maybe others within Europe as well.
It sounds as a warning to all.
Does 60 billion euros sound like about the right size of bill for Brexit?
I wouldn't speculate with 60 billion, 120 billion, or whatever sum of money, I would say that first we need to get the Commission proposal on how we are proceeding with negotiations.
Why do you keep doubling it? Why not halve it? The number keeps going up when you speak.
Or 50% discount of 120, yes, but let's not now concentrate on what has not been agreed.
You're very clear Latvia does not want to see Britain punished. Some people amongst the 27 lean the other way, don't they?
Well, I think that immediate sentiment, that when emotions were running high, not only in European Union but also here in the United Kingdom, I think that immediate sentiment and emotion has calmed a little bit down.
It was there.
It was there, no doubt.
And it could come back. Some EU countries want Michel Barnier, the EU negotiator, to steer clear of putting numbers on the Brexit bill early, for fear talks could deteriorate, if not collapse. A word that gets used quite often, considering those talks haven't even started.
Gary Gibbon there.
I've been